I've been watching everything unfold. The videos, the comments, the reactions. And I think I know where I stand. And I wanted to take a minute, not to react, not to escalate, but just to be really honest with you about how I'm seeing everything recently. Well, over the last month or so. And I also want to share a few questions that I have. The questions that I really can't shake. So if you stay with me till the end, I'm going to walk through exactly what those are, because I have a feeling that a lot of you might be asking the same ones. But first, I want to say this clearly. I see both sides. I see the people who are supportive, who feel like life moves forward. People deserve happiness, and not everything has to be explained publicly. And well, I also see people that are hurt, people that feel uncomfortable, people that feel confused and angry. And all of these reactions are real and very complicated. And for me, it's not just about one feeling, it's a mix. There's confusion because when something shifts, you naturally will ask why. And then there's discomfort because when something changes, sometimes things just feel off. And then there's empathy as well, because life is sometimes very difficult and full of grief and loss, and it's really hard sometimes just to keep trucking through, especially when you've been dealt with such a blow as losing the love of your life. It's very heavy and disorienting. And since I'm being honest, there's also concern just about what's happening, but how it's being experienced by viewers. And I want to talk about something that's really important to all of this. And it's really the core of the issue here. And that's Jenny's legacy. And that's important to you, and it's important to me. And really, it's the focus of it all. This wasn't just a channel. This was something that Jenny built. First as a mommy vlog, and as a wife vlog, documenting pictures and moments of her pregnancy, her personal style, her interest in vegan food, outings, all the fun things that young couples get to experience. If they're lucky. But then it was built on the back of a very serious cancer diagnosis, and cancer that would ultimately take her life. And it was something that people deeply, deeply connected to. And invested in with their time, their emotions, their prayers, and even their money, gifts. People connected and invested in this channel unlike I have ever seen. And this channel has become a record that holds deep meaning for many, for her kids, for her family, for her friends, for her larger community. And for all the people that formed around it. And I personally and strongly believe that protecting and preserving that kind of legacy matters. Not in a rigid way, but in a way that honors what it originally was, what it was designed for, and how it supported so many people. Because some spaces, they truly feel more sacred than others. And this is one of those such spaces. And when something is built with such a cost as the daily struggles and the pain and the challenges and the hope and the perseverance and the joy, that Jenny, she showed all of that in her videos. People really do hope that that continues forward, that it can continue to breathe life for those that are struggling, and can continue to burn memories for those that knew Jenny and loved her. And I do completely understand that. So where I stand with all of this, it's not about judging someone personally. I do have much empathy and compassion for the grief that Kyle and his children and Jenny's family has had to go through. It's deep, it's real, and it should be acknowledged. I do think it's fair to talk about how something evolves when it exists in a space that meant so much to so many people. And these two things can be true and are true for me. Because this isn't just content. And people, they didn't just casually watch this. They invested in it. And when something shifts without being acknowledged, it creates a really big, uncomfortable gap between what people thought they were a part of and what it is now. So I'm sure you still have questions. I certainly do. And these are some of the questions that I have at this point. If you put yourself in your audience shoes, how would you feel? Would that feeling make you want to respond? Do you believe that a change in mission changes how Jenny's story is both perceived and preserved? What could that mean for her kids, her family, and the community that she built? If the roles were reversed and it had been you that passed and you had created something like this, like Jenny did, how would Jenny have handled it? Maybe the biggest one. What comes next? I've thought more about this. This really isn't just about one situation. It's much bigger than that. Something we're starting to see more and more, where people connect deeply and invest in something, and then it changes. Really, they don't know where they fit anymore. And that doesn't make them entitled. No, it makes them human. And I want to say this part carefully. I still care about this story, but I acknowledge and I realize that there's something bigger underneath it all. I really want to start exploring that as well. So that's where I stand. Not extreme, not one-sided, but just trying to understand it all. I really want to hear from you. Which of these questions stood out to you the most? And where do you stand right now? And has that changed? Let me know in the comments. I'm interested to see how everyone feels. And if you're not subscribed, you're going to want to join me because we're not done with this story. There's still angles that need to be covered that I think are really important. The GoFundMe, from a factual standpoint, what really happened with that? And do we know anything about the things that were purchased with it, or if there's any funds remaining for the children? Another issue that I will be covering is some of the things that the fiance has said publicly about Kyle, and how people are perceiving that, and also where we fit in, where you fit in, where I fit in, do we fit in? Still, definitely some things to cover. So if you're interested, please join us, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.